When we get those community groups from across different areas coming to us and saying, we'd like to create a community garden, sometimes those questions come along with, do you know somewhere we can create a community garden? So having a resource such as the open mapping system will enable us and them to identify suitable land that isn't going to get built on, it's not up for development at some point in the future, and community gardens should be integral to future planning and design. We're hosting a mapathon event here where we're inviting people from across the south side to come and look at where the green spaces are, where the derelict spaces are, but not only that, the connections between those spaces, so how these spaces relate to the local community, how different community gardens relate to one another, and what potential there is to build on that to create a more joined up green space network. Not just on the south side but across the city. We need to grow more food in the cities. We need to look at food security and food sustainability, so that's an important issue, and I hope that comes through in the mapping as well. I'm Abby Morden and I'm the outgoing manager from Urban Roots, which is a community-led environmental and health improvement project.
My name is Heather Claridge and I'm a project officer for Glasgow City Council. There's lots of issues around climate change. We've done predictions and we know that we're getting more increased rainfall, so that has issues around surface water management and flooding implications. So we need to plan now, so we're ready for that. Next year we're having a Year of Green, which is our first green themed year, and it's really trying to get people to think about Glasgow on a green journey from being an industrial city at the kind of forefront of the Industrial Revolution to now at the forefront of a sustainable revolution, and communities have a massive part to play in that. So in terms of using our technology to identify spaces or identify gaps where we could be doing more, which would benefit both the city at a strategic level but also local communities. When communities are looking at their own local area and seeing how they can maximise what's on their doorstep, they can use open source mapping to identify different areas of the city or of their local community where they could potentially do projects. So it's a really good kind of first stepping stone in terms of where their spaces, where they might be able to do something. Other data sets that might be useful are linked to our Commonwealth Games Greener Legacy strand, such as our Multifunctional Green Space Project dataset or our Clyde Walkway Pilot Project dataset, which might be useful for local communities to use as a starting point to see what's happening in their local area and how they might build on those projects or partner up with the City Council to develop those projects. We need communities to play a big part in that, about doing their bit for a sustainable city for all.